It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like big folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. Word up. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like big folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. Word up.
Noah's not ready.
Word up.
Cramming for a test.
It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like big folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. Word up. Word up. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like big folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do you dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back and turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co.
All right. Welcome in on this Friday morning.
So nice of you to join us.
Yeah, hey, I was getting stuff done over here. Sorry to hit the table, Fonz. Don't freak out.
I'm
But
just
good morning
So
to all of you.
angry.
Good morning to you all.
Imagine if that was you.
It's not me. I don't get that angry.
Nah.
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 Have you seen me that angry before?
I've seen you frustrated.
Yes.
Flustered.
I get frustrated, aggravated.
I'm gonna kill your cousin.
Hey,
No, you're very
frustrated.
patient. Patience is what's the phrase? Something about being
Patience is a virtue.
That's what it is. I have patience in space.
You too much patience. You have too much patience is the problem.
Oh, get done.
Yeah, I mean down the line. I mean we'll see kind of how things
Tomorrow's
go.
my busiest day.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't mind.
That's for sure. But it's good. Good morning. Happy to see all of you guys over in the chat. Brian, Jason, Chef, Kenny, P-Dub, Austin, Carl, the Gray Ghost, Glimmer, everybody that's here. Good morning to all of you. Appreciate you joining us on this Friday morning. Friday, game day eve as LSU and Southeastern face off in a marquee matchup Saturday night in Death Valley tomorrow evening at 6:45. And the headlines this morning, BK met with the media one last time yesterday before Louisiana State and Southeastern Louisiana face off in Death Valley. There's a bit of an injury update in yesterday's press conference as well when we look at tomorrow's football game, as Trey Green is questionable. West Weeks is doubtful.
Made my ears perk up a little bit.
And if you ask me, neither of them are going to play.
No.
They shouldn't. Don't play them.
But you know who should play?
Who should play?
QB1.
QB1's going to play. He's never been questionable, probable, doubtful, any of them. He's just been ready to play football. Trey Green, questionable, was out at practice catching some balls yesterday, and West Weeks is listed as doubtful. I don't think either of them are going to play, and I don't think either of them should play because nothing against Southeastern, like I've said.
Not fine folks.
Not trying to throw any shade at Southeastern, but it's an FCS opponent. I mean, when you see FCS Southeast pop up on EA College Football 26,
that's a different beast.
that
was a rude awakening. Like, what is happening? I have to turn it off?
You guys are good.
I lose the first game. And then it comes out that the whole team was, like, on steroids. Like, we had to nerf FCS Southeast. Everyone's like, thank you.
Yeah.
I can't get through week one of this.
It was a tough start. EA College Football 25, FCS
funny
Northeast
joke.
and Southeast. Not fun.
It's crazy. It's like, oh, this will be fun. Interception first throw. I was like, whoa. I'm down 6-0. Tiger Stadium would throw tomatoes at me. Can't score any points.
I tell you what, it was rough.
Oh, here we go again.
They got it fixed for the new game.
I thought. Oh, gunslinger nuts, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 13 out there.
We will also give you 3 things to be on the look for versus Southeastern tomorrow night. 3 things if you are an LSU fan that you should be looking out for, or that we will be looking out for going into tomorrow night's game. And on top of that, some SEC scheduling news is on the horizon. If you have not seen that, we will find out some permanent opponents next week. A lot of speculation, obviously, about who ends up where, what teams face what teams. Brett McMurphy of 1-3 said SEC will announce its 9-game 2026 schedule and each team's 3 rivalry opponents on Tuesday. The SEC is adding a 9th conference game. So you'll get the full schedule, but you will also find out who your team's 3 yearly opponents are. The rivalry opponents is what Brett called them. I don't know if that name is really fitting because I don't know if it'll just be rivalries that get saved. We shall see who LSU's 3 end up being. Lloyd, do you have any guesses?
We have surmised about this where
quite a bit.
And it's funny because we always assume that Alabama being where it is and the SEC offices being where they are, we're so used to maybe Alabama getting some favors. And I think under the old regime where Nick Saban certainly had some pull as he is one of the Mount Rushmore members, maybe the first ballot, first pick of the SEC. It's him and probably Spurrier. I guess Urban.
No, it's Saban and Spurrier.
Yeah. Herb did, I mean, I'd say that's part of the SEC.
Yeah, he had a run. He went on a run.
And he did it. That's the SEC way. Slap somebody, do whatever you got to do to get a dub.
You're right. You're not wrong.
But with that said, it feels like LSU Alabama should be a mainstay, and I think people want it. I am of the ilk if the Big 12 is going to have the path with the least resistance. Why should LSU make it harder on themselves?
I agree.
Let's make that an even playing field as even as we can, but especially if you're actually making it harder on yourself by adding another conference game. dare you to find a team that a harder opponent in a conference that is it's still, like you would say, down in your conference, but across the country wouldn't be like, don't want to have to play them.
Right.
So I do think, but from the SEC perspective, from the money perspective, from how the rivalry has been built and the amount of eyeballs and the amount of talent on the field, I couldn't see them not keeping that game as a permanent. I would imagine Texas A&M also.
Okay.
Just because of that's the one that's, I guess, murky to me, because they tried to make that a thing, and they tried to make Oklahoma a thing.
Because now I feel like they're turning the page to A&M, Texas,
right,
more than Texas, Oklahoma, and more than LSU, Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas, Oklahoma will be a permanent.
Yes, I think Texas will have both A&M and Oklahoma permanent, and then they'll probably get like
a cake,
Mizzou or maybe not Missouri, but like Arkansas thrown in there.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah. But yeah, for LSU, it's tough.
I think it's Alabama. Maybe. I don't know if they throw it back to Florida. I don't know what. I really don't know what they're going to do. LSU is the funniest one because they don't really have. It's whatever a rising tide raises all ships. Whatever LSU's good and whoever else is good, it's like, oh, it's that one.
And my thing with Alabama is if LSU is on Alabama's list, Bama's got a tough 3.
Finally,
because they would have
Tennessee.
What you would say Tennessee, LSU, and Auburn. Which, I mean, like Auburn right now is not this super. I mean, we'll find out this weekend against Oklahoma. But, like, that's a tough 3 for Alabama.
They're definitely getting Auburn.
Like, yeah, they're like likely going to get.
It's either LSU or Tennessee, but it's not going to be both.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think they'll.
You think because that's what I was saying. If it ends up being those 3, that's a tough 3. There's no cake in that 3.
No, I think they'll find someone else.
Yeah. And then for LSU, like to me, and this is where it gets interesting because LSU could very easily get like
Arkansas,
Alabama, Arkansas, Florida.
Mon Paul.
But it could also be Alabama, Florida, Ole Miss.
You think Alabama gets Vanderbilt? It's like this would be a throw-in, but not anymore.
That would be hilarious.
Like nobody really wants Vanderbilt anymore.
No. I mean,
I don't think
we'll see what they turn into after Pavia's gone, if he ever leaves.
Yeah, he said he's leaving.
Yeah, we'll see. But Brian Burgess says the only team that is a lock for LSU will be Ole Miss. They'll give Auburn and Tennessee to the Gumps, of course. Carl Dunn says Mississippi State. John Dudes that saw the list yesterday showed us having Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Texas A&M. We'll see how true that is. It's an interesting. I mean, that's an interesting one. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and A&M. 3 interesting. Like, I think it's crazy if there's a trophy in your rivalry game. I think it's crazy to do away with it. But, like, I wouldn't be surprised if Arkansas is not on the list for LSU.
Glimmer, what are you going to do, melt a 6-foot-tall golden trophy? Yeah, I mean, hey.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a legitimate trophy that gets.
Well, then there's the Magnolia Bowl, LSU Ole Miss.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you?
There's 2, and then throw Tulane in, battle for the Tiger Rag.
There you go. But like, what are you gonna do? Like, if Arkansas and LSU aren't permanent opponents, battle you hold on to the boot for 3 years before you play again.
Leave it on the field, like 2019. Oops,
it'll be interesting.
LSU should have, if they should play it up more. I mean, now that. You should have been talking it up, how important this is.
Oh, this rivalry with Arkansas.
I can't see a world without it.
I'll tell you what, I don't want to live in a world where LSU and Arkansas don't play football every single season.
It's just not right, Paul.
It's not right for the sport.
What are we doing?
You know how much it means to us here in Baton Rouge to play Arkansas every year?
And that's our rivals to the north.
That's our rival.
They're trying to take our state. No.
They got Shreveport. They're coming for Alexandria next.
10 toes down.
Yeah, there you go.
Meet me at the circle.
I can't live in a world where LSU and Arkansas don't play football every year against one another.
Is that boot just going to sit in my trophy case from 2026 to 2029?
I want to fight for it.
I want it every year.
Every single year.
T-Bob does love the trophy.
It is a great trophy.
Some people think it's dumb.
No, I think it's a great trophy.
I think
it's heavy. It's way too big.
It does seem like an injury.
It's so
it's jagged and large, and I wonder how much it weighs.
I mean, look, and obviously that was a little bit of sarcasm, as we were just messing around with Arkansas. But like it is a real thing where you're just going to get rid of the trophy. You're just going to get rid of that game every year. So
200 pounds.
It's not light.
Worth $10,000. Steal it.
I'll be having that.
Danny Ocean. The most cumbersome theft of all time.
And then later on today, we're going to get into some of the games to have your eyes on this weekend. Obviously, LSU plays Southeastern. That's not going to have a lot of your attention. Some of the things to have your attention, you'll have Lenore Sellers is a go versus Mizzou. Trinidad Chambliss starts for Ole Miss versus Tulane the week before Ole Miss and LSU face off. It'll be the backup quarterback once again for Lane Kiffin and the Rebels. So we will get into more of the games to watch this weekend in hour number 2 this morning. And if you didn't see it, before we get into the LSU discussion, Lloyd threw the graphic up there. Here are our underdogs of the weekend that me, Lloyd, Stewie, Christian, Jonathan, and Wyatt, our crew, have thrown out there. The week 3 underdog. This is week 4, actually. I didn't change that part of the graphic. Good job, Noah. Way to go.
Right,
week 4.
Hand up accountability.
Week 4 underdogs. Obviously, I've got Tulane with the upset against Ole Miss and Trinidad at quarterback. And then give me the Bengals. Give me Browning and the Bengals against the Vikings to pull off the upset. Lloyd, you go Florida and the Saints, hometown guy.
That's right.
So you got Florida upset in Miami in a in the game day matchup this weekend.
I do. This is just something that it's just a very college football pick to me. Like Miami's riding high. Florida could very much get blown out the water.
Yes,
but that's what it wouldn't be an underdog if you didn't have a bit. It has to be an upset. And Florida, not as bad as people think.
No,
they've
I
just
agree.
been dealt a series of unfortunate events where they could have beaten USF. Instead, they got a little dirty.
They could be 3. And I saw if we change a dozen plays over the last 3 weeks, we're 3-0, and it really is kind of true for Florida. Take back 10 or so plays, and they're sitting in a much prettier spot than where they're at right now. And then you go the New Orleans Saints in the pro game.
I don't think the Saints have been that off.
Yeah, you're taking the sneaky
better than
the record is
exactly.
saying.
So people have been down on the say, oh, they stink, they suck, whatever. They've been competitive.
Yep.
I don't even know who they play.
I think Stewie they play the Seahawks.
Love that.
Stewie goes Nebraska over Michigan. And then the Broncos over, let me see who the Broncos play. The Broncos are underdogs this weekend.
Look, I fixed it.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. Stewie's got the Broncos over the Chargers, who have looked pretty good to pull the upset. Christian with Auburn over Oklahoma. I like that pick.
Me too. I like the over in that game, but it also feels like cheese, and I'm a rat.
There you go. I like that pick. Good job by Christian. I like Auburn over Oklahoma. And then he's got the Raiders over the Commanders. Actually, surprising enough, I like both of Christian's picks. Because Commanders could possibly be playing a backup quarterback if Jaden is not full go. So, interesting there. Kinfolk also with 2 good selections.
Love the Rams. I actually like all of these picks, except for mine, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. Kinfolk goes with Illinois in the bigger game as they are underdogs to Indiana. Illinois number 9 in the country, Indiana number 19. Big-time matchup, 6:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Kinfolk goes with Indiana to pull off the upset. Illinois to pull off the upset against Indiana. 2 I teams are going to throw you off. And then he's got the Rams pulling off the upset on Sunday against the Eagles, which I like.
Yes.
I like, because the Eagles have not looked as crisp as you would have hoped, and Matthew Stafford, really good quarterback.
Dog.
Really good quarterback. And then Wyatt goes with Texas Tech to pull the upset, as well as the Patriots, as the Patriots will be playing the Steelers, which I don't hate that selection, and Texas Tech over Utah.
Texas Tech, have you seen what they've done this year?
No, I've not.
They went out and obviously they got the billionaire, and they spent that money with the swiftness. They went out to build the best defensive line in the country, and they have won 67-7, 62-14, and 45-14.
So maybe take the over in Texas Tech, Utah. But yeah, there are the Week 4 underdogs from Tingle and Co. Let us know if you use any of the picks. Obviously, we all have parlayed our own too, and we maybe sprinkle in a little bit more of what everyone else is doing.
But just Texas Tech went and got Stanford transfer David Bailey, UCF transfer nose tackle Lee Hunter, Northern Illinois transfer defensive end Skylar Gill-Howard, along other talent acquired in the transfer portal. And let me finish reading this article. As they had one of the worst defensive units last year. And here's what PFF had to say. Lee is my number 5 returning defensive tackle in college football. Dominated at UCF across 22 and 23. Led all FBS. Where was LSU in this? FBS interior defenders with run stops, 59, tackles for loss or no gain, 27, and 49 pressures. Stanford's David Bailey led all FBS edge rushers in pass rush grade, 93.2, and was second in pass rush win rate, 27.5. Also added Georgia Tech transfer Ramilo Height, who was 10th amongst ACC edge rushers with a 78.4 grade. Skylar Gill-Howard from Northern Illinois was a dominant player for the Huskies. Among group of 5 interior defenders, was 5th in PFF with 83 and pressures in 29. And they also added Houston defensive tackle Anthony Holmes, who plays 5th in the Big 12 with 23 defensive stops. Like, they went after and spent on, where's football one? Trenches.
The trenches.
The trenches.
The trenches.
So it'll be, Texas Tech is on this very much, we're spending money to play and win.
Yeah.
And they went out and got, not the flash, and with that girth.
The length and girth that it takes to win in college football. Don't forget, every single day we are brought to you by our friends over at All About Inflatables. AllAboutInflatablesDS.com is the website. Week.
Who?
Gabe, All About Inflatables.
Oh.
He's been the owner over there, but he's got a great crew that have been taking care of business for him. And so they're still doing great work over at All About Inflatables. Go to AllAboutInflatablesDS.com. Easy to hit book now. Go through what you need to go through. Get whatever slide inflatable you want for your celebration. Week's coming up. If you want to get if you need to get the kids to go have fun so you can relax, AllAboutInflatablesDS.com, and make sure you go to Facebook and look up All About Holiday Lighting to check out what they're also doing for the holiday season this year. Appreciate our friends over at All About Inflatables and All About Holiday Lighting.
Gage Evans putting in the parlay of the century, of course.
Lock it in.
And then,
I mean, I'm not surprised at all.
And then, exactly, it was, where did he go? Glimmer. I knew this kind of talk would bring Gage out.
He's sniffing for it.
Yeah,
he hit one last night. Let me see the one he sent me last night. He had a parlay hit for Thursday night football that he wanted to rub in everyone's face.
Oh, it was probably Dawson Knox touchdown.
He got
Tyreek
Josh
Hill
Allen.
Touchdown.
He got Josh Allen over 25 rushing yards. Devon Achane over 25 in just the first half. James Cook anytime touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa interception. One over. It was a plus 633 there as Gage hit. Good job, Gage. Congratulations to you, sir.
Yeah, put it all on this one. Double down.
Speaking of the trenches, that will be one of the things I'm intrigued by this weekend. Lloyd, I want to ask you first, your 3 things to be on the lookout for tomorrow as LSU and Southeastern face off. I feel like we might have some crossover. Me and you might have some similar.
Yeah, you said 5, and I was like, well, we're going to probably say certainly the same 3.
So,
but I don't want to say it's low-hanging fruit, but I do think it is, but it's also imperative because just of all that's been made of Garrett Nussmeier's health, the talk.
Right.
So you can bundle this up together, and I want to see how Garrett Nussmeier looks and what the offense looks like with a quote-unquote healthy Garrett Nussmeier, where it feels like, I don't know if it's not something that is contingent on the opponent, right? Like, it doesn't matter who you're playing.
Right.
If you're not, you saw that against Tech, where it's like that one throw, you're like, if that's
still the sport of football.
Right. If there's a deep ball that's hit or he's moving around a little bit different, like, that's what's been so interesting with the injury. He still is, like, moving around fine. And it's just been some things that you see where, like Rose said, it doesn't have, like, that same
pop.
That pop. And so that's what I want to see is that pop back and see kind of what the offense looks like. If they come in with an unencumbered, let it rip mentality. It's like, if he's fully healthy, let it rip.
Yeah, no, and that's number 1 for me as well. I mean, I think Because not only do you want it to look different just from a fan perspective of like I want the offense
so much has
to
been made
change,
of it now,
but now it's been something that Brian Kelly doubled down on it again yesterday in his press conference where he says, I forget the exact quote and we'll play the clip, but he doubles down on Nussmeier's health again, about why they're playing him. And the expectations for him on Saturday and what they've seen this week from him, those things that every time he's gotten in front of a microphone since Monday, he's doubled and tripled down on. Nussmeier has turned the corner. He's over, he's on the other side of it, fully healthy. He goes down and he says yesterday it's the best week of practice he's had. Here's Brian Kelly talking about Garrett Nussmeier and this injury.
Because he's feeling good. We had to limit a lot of things that we did the first 3-4 weeks, and he's finally coming to practice feeling good and getting into a good rhythm. This is his best week of practice, so we want him to go and play the game at a level where he's comfortable, and to hold him back really at this point would not be the right thing for him. So he's excited to play because he feels so much better. And I don't want to say, hey, he's back to the Garrett Nussmeier, but there were a lot of things that he couldn't do that he had to kind of adjust to. And it's good that he's back, and doing the things and throwing the football the way he feels and comfortably. No, I don't think we go into it with that thought process. I think we go, let's play Garrett, let's see how this thing goes, and then make adjustments during the game.
Close it out with a little bit of coach speak there when they talk about, going in with the mindset of playing Garrett, see where it goes. I think obviously, you go into this game with the mindset that Garrett Nussmeier's not going to play over a half of football. But obviously it is football. Things can happen. You never know. But we played that clip because that's the number one thing you're looking for this weekend is does the offense look different? And like BK just said, if this is the best week of practice that Garrett Nussmeier has had,
that'd be who,
right? But who can?
That's what I'm saying. Of course you can say that.
Right.
There's nobody to second guess you
until Saturday, until tomorrow. And so that's the thing, and that's where it
all
comes
this
back
pressure
to
on us for Southeastern is insane.
Right? No, that's what I'm saying. So that's the thing to be looking for is how different does Nussmeier look? I don't think, like Lloyd said, you're going to see anything overly different mechanic-wise. You might see some more pop. I think it more so comes down to how different does the offense look. Does the offense look like it was unlocked at practice and Garrett Nussmeier was crisp doing all the different things? That's the number one thing to be on the lookout for tomorrow against Southeastern. Obviously, not this big-time matchup. They're going to have all these expectations. There's a few things you need to be focused on, and that one's number one. I think it's pretty much a layup. You want to see Garrett Nussmeier be healthy because it's been said and doubled down and tripled down throughout the week by the head coach that Garrett Nussmeier's fully healthy. He's on the other side of it. He's had his best week of practice. All of these things, they've been able to do things at practice with Garrett Nussmeier that he hasn't done yet this season. So how different is it going to look? Is it still going to be dink and dunk and slant and check down? And obviously those things need to stay involved in the offense. But do you see the field get stretched? Do you see these different things where you use the deep passing game and you go downfield and it looks different than it has through 3 weeks? That's going to be the number one thing to be focused on. Because, and I don't want to say it's all Brian Kelly's fault, but he's kind of just continued to impose that it's going to be different. Everything he said, obviously a reflection of practice and these things. We have no knowledge, and you guys have no knowledge of what practice actually looks like, so all eyes are going to be on number 18 on Saturday. Because that's the only way to truly know if what he's saying is true or not. So that's going to be the focus.
Well, and he masterclass, right? He always leaves himself some wiggle where he can, look, I told you it's his best week of practice, but it was his first week of practice. Like, this is going to be a...
Oh, you can coach speak your way out of anything.
Of course. I mean, he's got a master... Like, he's got a... in bullshit.
Yeah.
And people will eat it up. And they like, as long as you win, it works. But, yeah, he's left himself an out. It's like, look, what did I... Look, I know I said it. It's his best week of practice. It's his best week of practice because he's fully healthy. But now the timing and everything, that's only going to get better.
Right.
And that's why it takes time. That's why he played 4 quarters.
So it really does put a lot of eyes on what that's going to look like tomorrow because you're
he needs reps,
which
Look,
is not
these guys
entirely
are new.
wrong. It's not, which is not entirely
He
wrong.
hasn't played with Nick Anderson. He hasn't played with Barry on Brown. Is that right?
Yeah.
Mike. Okay, thanks. You know he's got a connection with Aaron Anderson. You've seen that. Now we're trying to get this offense ready. We're trying to get it ready for SEC play. We went 1-0. Now we're 4-0. We got a big test next week, and we're gonna get better.
You got it down. You cut a lot of press conferences.
Yes, I have. I listen to him in reverse sometimes.
Obviously there's coach speak to get out of coach speak all the time. That's why it's called coach speak because it all works together. But yeah, the number one thing to be looking for that we're looking at this weekend is how different does this offense look? Is Nussmeier truly healthy? How different does it look than week 1, week 2, week 3, going into week 4 against an opponent where you should be able to out-athlete them, to be completely frank and honest with you. Lloyd, the second thing you are on the lookout for tomorrow against Southeastern Louisiana University.
I don't want to do the cliches. If everything goes to plan, and now this won't be my second thing, I would like to see the offensive line grab them and move them, or grab them, move them, be able to run the football like 3rd and 1s, 3rd and shorts, be able to do those type of things where it looks like winning football, and then you'll obviously be in 3rd downs, and it's almost too much that it's been talked about because how efficient they were against Clemson on 3rd down at 10 of 13.
Right.
And they also did a couple, some sleight of hand. So they did a quarterback sneak. They did a, kind of halfback direct snap when it was like, who's got the ball? But did they snap it to? Was it Nuss? How did they do that? Whatever it was, Caden Durham looking to the sidelines.
No, so Nuss.
Yeah. So it was like it was the longest yard trick play in a way.
Yeah.
And then you've seen the creativity in the run game. I'll give them that. But what I would really like to see is the things we talked about this week is maybe do some of the things off of it. Like I know you don't want to show it, but you do need to run it in games to be like, oh, but maybe not see that so Ole Miss can't prepare for it. Regardless, I'd like to see the 3rd downs kind of get rectified and just be able to, if it doesn't have to be tricky. Let's see you move some men.
I agree. And look, and that's my note. That's my second thing as well.
We talk about this a lot.
Right. And so,
even off the show, it's a disease.
It is. It's a sickness. As much as I would like to see them maybe open the offensive playbook and do some of those things just for 3rd down, because 3rd down is obviously something to be focused on, that you're looking at. 3rd and short, more specifically. And there were opportunities we showed the film in the game where instead of just the shotgun handoff, you could pull it and flick it to Bauer Sharp, and it's an easy first down. It's a layup. But what I put wasn't 3rd and short. It was line of scrimmage strength. Just the LSU offensive line should be able to, like Lloyd said, grab and move whoever's lining up across from them. And it's not a diss or disrespect to Southeastern whatsoever, but it's a different level of football, and LSU and their offensive line should be able to move the defensive front of Southeastern out the way. They should be able to run the football on 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and get a first down. And really run it in totality. Holes should be there for Caden Durham, Harlem Berry, Jawan Johnson, Caleb Jackson, all of them. They should all play tomorrow night, and it should be not as difficult for them to run because the offensive line should be able to make things happen.
And we're saying this just because it's predicated on an FCS school?
Right.
Not looking at, as Southeastern's defense, Mississippi Valley State, shout out Jerry Rice, 56-3, beat Murray State, held them to 24, and Tech to 24.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been the impressive part of their season up to this point.
And we went through their defensive line. There's an egregious difference in height and weight on one side of the ball.
We went through that yesterday.
Yeah, it's like
it's a different level of football.
It's as it should be. But that's what I just wanted to make sure. Like I see the defense is playing, but I want to run it because we did this versus Tech, and then we actually watched it. Like I haven't watched Southeastern play hand up. I watched them play against Tech,
right?
And like it was tough for Tech to get some scores. They had a defensive touchdown. They had a great punt return that put them in good field position. They had another interception that would have had a good return. Like
but the Tech offense was also awful.
Well, yeah, but that's where that's why the LSU defense is not on that list,
right?
Of three. I don't need to talk about that in terms of what I'm looking for. I think I know what I'm going to see.
Definitely, and so I think, but I would like to see not as like it's not just this overpowering, but at least the execution of being able to move the guy in front of you when you should be able to. Because that's what the situation, like, yes, you would like LSU on 3rd and 2 to be able to turn, hand it off, and get the first down against Florida. But Florida has big-time athletes in that defensive front, whether it's Caleb Banks, Tyreek Sapp, go down the list of these freaks that they have. Southeastern doesn't have that same level of talent.
No.
Or that same, like, level of just athlete in general. And so it should be somewhat easier. And I would just like to see LSU show the execution and be able to say, you know what, we're going to turn around, hand it off on 3rd and 2, and Tyree Adams, Braylon Moore, Josh Thompson, Paul Mabenga, Cohen Eccles, Weston Davis, Carius Kern, whoever it is, can move you out the way and go get a first down. That's the next thing. Lloyd, number 3 for you. Oh, no, Brian Kelly did talk about 3rd and short. If you want to run that clip.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Because 3rd and short obviously is a focus. To me, I'm focusing more on being able to turn and run the football on those downs, but you do have to be better on 3rd and short in general, and if that means unlocking the playbook a little bit, then do it. Obviously, you don't want to show too much before you play Ole Miss in Oxford, but you want to be more crisp on 3rd and short. To me, that just comes down to being able to run the football. Here's Brian Kelly talking about LSU and 3rd and short.
3rd down. Well, I think we all know what the national averages are. You know, we've been quite above that, you know, relative to success rate. To me, it's picking up first downs in 3rd and short. You know, I think that is what we're looking for, is that we convert in those situations, and we weren't as successful. So, you know, if you're in a lot of 3rd and 10s, you know, you're looking at other issues, right? You know, how did you get so far behind the chains? So in one respect, we stayed ahead of the chains in most instances, but now you got to go convert in short yardage. So I think short yardage conversion needs to be, you know, a high percentage for us, and it should be.
Welcome back. There's BK talking about 3rd and short. Obviously something they need to improve. But I just think when you're looking at this weekend, my focus on 3rd and short is being able to turn, hand the ball off, and go get 2 yards more than anything else. Like, that's what it comes down to, LSU. I just want to see the execution, the scheme, but just go, like I said, execution, just go do it. Just go put your hands on the Southeastern defensive linemen and linebackers, get to the second level, show the ability and the execution to do that, and get a first down on 3rd and 2 and on 3rd and 1. Maybe break off a couple of long runs, but that's not really what I'm worried about. I just want to see LSU show the ability and the strength to take care of business. Lloyd, your number 3 focus for tomorrow, LSU Southeastern.
You think Braylon Moore plays?
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, like, I guess I do see why not. I don't want to say I don't see why not, because I do understand why not. But I think, I mean, if he's good to go and he played last week, I don't see why you do anything different. It didn't look like he was hurt last week. Now, I mean, he held a little bit. He wasn't as crisp. But I think he goes. I think he plays.
With that in mind,
because you want to see the full unlocked offense, and the best offense has 61 at center. You don't want to throw anything off that makes Nussmeier not.
A high ankle is a high ankle. The only thing that you can do about it is rest it.
Right.
And so I'm sure he'll come out and play. I don't know if he'll be out there the entire. I don't know.
No, I think if Nussmeier comes out, I think Moore comes out. Maybe even before.
And Jared Roach makes a great point, which is you can't play down. Like that's a good third thing too.
Yeah.
And with that, I would say I'd like to see maybe Cohen Eccles get worked in, or some of these offensive linemen that you've brought in, and see what it looks like. Just because I don't think Weston Davis absolutely has solidified himself in that spot.
No.
And that's one where I'd like to see just maybe work some other bodies in and see what it looks like and totality.
I think right tackle's up for grabs.
Yeah, and that's not fair for us to say because we don't know what the conversations are, but I think if you play well enough, you get to see some other guys and get some actual tape and be like, okay, you can do this, you know the calls, you know your assignment. It's simple stuff.
Right.
And just see, okay, maybe there is a legitimate conversation about who should be on the offensive line at that position.
I agree. I mean, they've played both Mabanga and Eccles a good bit at left guard. They've both played different
or Carius Kern
spots, and Kern would be the guy at right tackle that people would probably like to see. So that's another thing to be on the lookout for. I think more plays. I think you want to see this offense at full strength for a couple of drives. I think whenever Nussmeier comes out, I think Braylon Moore probably comes out, and maybe even before. But I think they kind of go hand in hand. Because I think they're going to want to get DJ Chester some work back in the game. Like Sabrion says, Chester needs the reps, but needs the reps in a blowout. Right. I agree. Andrew Messina, I'd like to see all the starters on both sides of the ball be out the game by halftime, of course. My third thing that I said, and I just wanted to put a different twist on it, is the defensive depth. Obviously, you know how deep the defense is. When you go down that list, Mansour Delane won't be playing football for LSU next season. A.J. Halsey won't be playing football for LSU next season. Tamarcus Cooley could, possibly not. Whit Weeks, Harold Perkins, Bernard Gooden, Patrick Payton, Jack Pyburn, Jamari Butler. Go down the list. A lot of these guys playing defense for LSU right now. Now, you have your P.J. Woodlands and your your DJ Pickett's and your Dominic McKinley's and your Gabe Relaford, guys that will be here again, Deshaun Spears. But I think there's a lot of guys that you're going to want to see get worked in, that I want to see worked in, that you're going to have to rely on in 2026. Whether that's some of those, Jace Thomas at safety or CJ Jim Coyley at the star position or at safety, as well as who are my linebackers? Obviously, Jaden Breaker, C.J. Ross, Keelan Moses, Zach Weeks again. Those younger edge rushers like C.J. Jackson, Kalaj Cobbins, Dylan Carpenter, the Bosa brother, big 97. Those guys. Obviously, you've seen Walter Mathis a good bit in the middle, but Brandon Brown, I think they said Zion Williams was a full go at practice. There's a lot of youth on this defense that I'm excited to see, and I think Cordell Music, Witt is coming back to be with Zach. Watch your mouth, Noah, LOL. I mean, we'll see. If he keeps getting targeting penalties, he doesn't have the film, then, maybe we...
And I forgot who said it in the chat. I think it was Glimmer or Andrew Messina. I'm not sure. But they brought up as Witt, full...
Good to go.
But how does that work?
What do you mean? It's if you get ejected in the first half and you miss the second half, you're good. If you get ejected in the second half, you have to miss the first half. You have to miss 2 halves of football. From my understanding of the
do
rule,
it by halves?
Well, it's just been like Devin White, his targeting in 2018 was in the second half against Mississippi State. So he missed the first half of Alabama. A.J. Halsey's penalty happened in the second half in that game, so he had to miss the first half of the next game. And so now
the penalty
Weeks happened in the first half. It happened in the first drive, and he missed his time. He's good.
Right, but
there's no rollover.
Right, do you see how it doesn't make sense?
No, but that's just my belief that I've always run with. The penalty happens in the first half. They miss the second half, they're good. If it happens in the second half, they're going to miss next game. That's why I've always operated under the understanding. I don't know the ins and outs of the rule, but that's how I've always operated. If it's a first half ejection, they miss that game. If it's a second half ejection, they miss the next game.
It's silly.
I mean, half the rules are silly. Targeting in general, it's a block and a charge.
But it's just like, the punishment obviously does not fit the crime.
No.
And then like it depends on when it happens. If you miss time or not is, I don't know. It just doesn't. I'm still trying to do mental gymnastics.
I guess technically you need to miss a whole half of football.
Right. So the penalty is a half.
I guess. And so the way you miss a whole half of football, if there's a second half to be played in the game you got ejected in, you'll miss that half. If you get ejected in the third quarter, there's not a half of football for you to miss, so you have to miss the first half of the next game. Now, I wish you could just say, well, he'll miss the first half against Western Kentucky.
Oh, the Michael Divinity rule.
We'll see. So, I mean, he essentially served a full game suspension against Florida, and
so he got overpunished.
He got overpunished, definitely.
Because if that's the case, he should have been able to come back in the fourth quarter,
right? In the second half. That would have been
so dumb.
Find some intricacies.
Kick him out the game and let him come back. You're in timeout. But if you do it in the last play of the second quarter, you're good to go next week.
Because you're missing the second half.
Yeah. But if you do it in the first play of the third quarter, you're out for the next. Yeah, okay.
Makes a difference.
Time is everything.
Time is everything. But that's my third thing.
If you're gonna get a targeting, do it on the last play of the first half.
Yeah, and just sit out the second half.
Perfect. Do it again. I mean, Southeastern, if you want to get out the game.
Yeah, if you don't want to play, take somebody's head off. We do not condone that at Tingle & Co. We do not.
Over, under, or what are the odds Brian Kelly gets knocked down again? He's 2 for 3.
Yeah, he is 2 for 3. And it could have happened against Tech, and we just don't know. We would know. Never mind. We would know.
Yeah.
I don't think it happens. It's only happened in the big games up to this point.
He's coaching his ass off.
Because he's working. He's running down that sideline, call that timeout.
He got it in.
He did. No, he nailed it. And so, and it was an important timeout because Caden didn't get out of bounds. So I think, I don't think he goes down this week. I don't think he hits the deck. But my third thing that I'm interested to see is these young guys. I think that's probably, and it's not like my true third thing I'm looking for. Obviously, most things are going to be on the offense side. Just to look at the flip side, I just want to see those young guys get some run. Aiden Anding, Bradford, Jace Thomas, Austin Osbury, Joel Rogers, Michael Turner Jr., CJ Jim Coyle, like those guys, I want to see them get run because you're going to have to rely on a lot of those guys in 2026. I mean, unless you go out in the portal and you spend $18 million again. I want to see those guys get some run because you're going to rely on them. And even on the offensive side as well. Michael Van Buren, I want to see him play. Teron Francis, Phillip Wright.
The thing I'm certainly interested in, aside from if all goes well with Nuss, that would be check it off the box. And it looks good, that would be awesome. And then that leads me to, I guess 1B or maybe 3B. I want to see what that offense looks like if they run, obviously, the same system, same sets, what it looks like with Van Buren in the game.
With a quarterback that'll tuck it and run.
Right.
No, I agree. I mean,
I would imagine if you're Sloan Blake, this is why I do it. He's kind of searching for validation in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to change who you are as a play caller. When I really think if you look at Sloan and the guys that Nussmeier is the one that he didn't recruit here. Now, obviously, he's not going to say that's not my guy because he's an extremely talented quarterback. But it's just the play style maybe doesn't really fit what Sloan wants to do. And Sloan's just kind of in the position of waiting that guy gets here of this is, and so how different does it look? I think that's another interesting thing to look at. The backups, obviously, you hope they get in. And I think a lot of eyes are going to be on what does it look like behind these guys. Because when you look at 2026, Lloyd, there's going to be a lot of guys playing football for LSU right now, starting and playing majority of it, that aren't going to be on the field next year. Like when you go down that offense, I mean, the quarterback obviously will be gone. Wide receivers, no more. You won't have, obviously, and this is just assumption based because some of them have eligibility left. But Aaron Anderson's a redshirt junior. Berrien Brown, Xavion Thomas are both seniors. Nick Anderson, a redshirt junior. Chris Hilton, a redshirt senior. Desnell and Kyle Parker are both redshirt sophomores. Now, so that they can leave, can return. But just go down the top of that list again. Anderson, Brown, Thomas, Anderson, Hilton are all redshirt juniors or higher. Bauer Sharp is a redshirt senior. The offensive line is pretty young, so you're not looking at much there. Defensively, Bernard Gooden, redshirt senior. Jack Pyburn, senior. Patrick Payton, redshirt senior. Jamari Butler's a graduate. So you do have some youth there with Ahmad Bro, Dominic McKinley, Gaybird. At linebacker, Whit Weeks, junior. Harold Perkins, redshirt junior. Wes Weeks, a graduate. And then you have a lot of youth behind them. In the defensive backfield, A.J. Halsey, Montour Delane, seniors. Jordan Gilbert, redshirt senior. Tamarcus Cooley, redshirt sophomore. And then you've got a lot of youth behind them. How much run do those guys get? And how do they look? Because you're going to rely on them in 2026. So those are kind of some of the things we are on the lookout for tomorrow as LSU and Southeastern face off. Run that play again that they just threw. That was right after this one. Good job. On
I love that
plays
you have to say that.
Quarterback tomorrow. No, I don't believe.
I know.
Seville, I still like Colin. No, I like Colin Hurley too. But, I think Colin is – obviously he missed all of spring due to the accident, and so we'll see exactly where he stays. I think you might see him as well. But I think Van Buren, there's a reason you went out and brought Michael Martin Van Buren in.
First president born in the United States.
How about that? Shout out. So we'll see. But I think a lot of eyes are going to be on number 11 as well when he gets into the game tomorrow night. I will be in Tiger Stadium tomorrow night watching LSU versus Southeastern. There will be no – now, granted, I'm not going to get too far out of myself. The current plan is no post-game show tomorrow, just a show on Sunday. So instead of a post-game Saturday night, it'll be a post-game Sunday evening. But if something happens in the game and it's like we need to talk about this, we'll fire it up and we'll go live after the game. But right now, no golf suites tomorrow night for LSU post game. It'll just be Sunday. I mean, this is
that's why I can't. I'm just fell down a rabbit hole.
It's the offense, and so
man likes to move those feet.
The current standing, no post game show tomorrow, just a recap show on Sunday. Obviously, if something happens during the game where it's important for us to get live and talk, we will go live tomorrow. So be on call. But as the current standing, I will be in Death Valley for that game because I've not been able to stay for the entirety of a game. Tomorrow might be my only chance. So we won't be live.
Does it to himself.
Yeah, we won't be live Saturday night. As of now, we will be live Sunday at Pizza Byron's. Make sure you join us at Pizza Byron's. There in
Willow
Grove.
Good little turnout Sunday.
They did. It was a nice turnout. Roe was getting into LSU, Florida. Some good questions from the crowd. So make sure if you are around and about on Sunday, you go to Pizza Byron's, get some drink, get some pizza, and join us. Listen to what Roe has to say, or just tune in live. It is like Glimmerford Sunday show is freaking awesome. It's fun, man.
It really is.
Because as much as we get I enjoy getting the post-game instant reaction on Saturday. Sunday allows us to go back, watch the game, take notes. More so than me and Lloyd, Rohan Davey. I mean, a quarterback that played at LSU, has played for Nick Saban and Bill Belichick. Has got all this knowledge, this wealth of knowledge, gets to go back, watch the film on the game, and come in with his notepad. We appreciate Roe for what he does with us. Make sure you tune in on Sunday. Be there in person or tune in live. And like we said, we'll remind you again, next Saturday, LSU Ole Miss. I want to see all you guys in golf suites as we will be live. I'm expecting a raucous atmosphere in golf suites Saturday at 2:30 for LSU Ole Miss as we will be live. But golf suites will be up and rolling. You'll have golf outside you can go hit. I've got some cards for you, some discount cards that you can come in the bar, get those, and go play some golf. And then you'll come inside, get the burgers out saying the wings are good. They've got, if you want to drink, the bar will be open and rocking and rolling. 1 cent shots for each touchdown. I expect to see you all at Golf Suite Saturday, September 27th.
Ask about the quesadillas.
Ask about some. They do have quesadillas that are good as well. So I expect. Don't forget to join us. Pizza Byron's on Sunday.
Come pregame, hit some golf balls.
Next Saturday, it's the way. Gage Evans. If you want to talk to him about gambling, he will be hitting golf balls pregame at Golf Suites next Saturday.
Yeah, see how over under 250 with the drive. Let's do a come see the amazing golf ball whacker guy.
There you go.
300, you can't hit it over that net.
Fonz, wish I could be there. 9-hour drive just for one night is a little much for me.
Stay tuned.
Fonz,
couch is open.
Stick around. Lloyd has availability at his home.
Yes,
it's
maybe
been
too
used.
much.
It's been used consistently. CBO got to get Roe on the whiteboard one of these days. We might have to bring a whiteboard in. Definitely is a great whiteboard day.
Yeah.
Coach Caskey did the whiteboard back in the day, and it was a monster success. So make sure, want to keep you guys updated on everything we've got going on. We will take a quick break this morning and roll right through hour number 2 right after this.
Hunter Hall, we will get to your query after the break.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's repair, a replacement, or storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Ryan Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
All right, welcome back here. Hour number 2, getting it rolling this morning here on Week 4 game day eve. LSU versus Southeastern, a marquee matchup. We told you things to be looking out for this Saturday. If you've got anything that we didn't cover that you are on the lookout for, let us know in the chat. One thing to expect from Southeastern is to see 2 quarterbacks play for the Lions. Both number 18 Carson Camp and number 6 Kyle Lowe both have played in all 3 games up to this point. Carson Camp, 37 to 59, 442, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Kyle Lowe, 18 to 25, 233, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. And Kyle Lowe also leads them in rushing yards. 23 attempts, 157 yards, 3 touchdowns. And they have Jaden Henry, their running back, 26 touches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Domingo, 10 catches, 152 yards, 3 touchdowns. Those are some of the guys to be looking at on that Southeastern offense. And then they've got KK Reno, who leads them with 12 solo tackles, 12 assisted tackles. That is 24 total with 3 TFLs. Be very, very aware of number 0 on the defense. 6 foot, 220-pound linebacker out of Catholic New Iberia High School. Obviously, going to be a lot of in-state flavor in this matchup. A lot of guys that grew up together, have known each other, played football together. Very interesting to see what it looks like tomorrow night. LSU Southeastern. Before we dive into what the remaining slate of the weekend looks like, Lloyd, what is your score prediction for tomorrow night? We can do 2 predictions. You can say your hope and your actual prediction, or you can just go wrap it up all into one, what you expect to see on the scoreboard tomorrow night. Chat, you guys get yours in as well. LSU Southeastern score prediction. Let's hear it.
42-10?
42-10?
42-3? One of those. It's hard. It's just so.
It is. It's tough.
Well, the offense, 42 would be great, and I would like to see it anything over 20, anything over 24, but anything over 28 is what's expected. Like, it should be a couple of, give me that, 50 yards, 60 yards, special teams touchdown, those types of things.
Yeah.
Defensive touchdown.
Yeah, I'm going.
But it's like the inverse of that. It's hard to say that somebody's going to score more than 10 points against LSU, whoever you are. And
yeah,
so it almost makes me want to go black.
I'm going 55-7.
Cool.
I think the offense opens it up. And maybe that's wishful thinking, but I think Nussmeier and them go out there in the first quarter and they score every time. Like, the offense could touch the field a lot. Mm-hmm. Because of the way the defense is going to play. I think maybe even, like you said, defensive touchdown, special teams touchdown. And then I think at some point Southeastern gets one in, whether it's just kind of a end of the first half, 2-minute drill against maybe the second stringers, or just at the end of the game, kind of a garbage time touchdown. And I don't want to put. I know guys on that team. I know people that go to Southeastern. I don't want to put a 0. That's just out of respect. I don't want to put a 0 up for anybody.
Yeah, give them some motivation.
But yeah, I'm going 55-7. But my final score.
And their head coach, I listened to a couple of interviews that he's done over the week. Like, he was the first to say, like, it's good for the state when LSU wins. So he knows what he's walking into. Yeah. It's not one of those, oh, look at Southeastern. I can't believe, like, obviously he knows not to say any of that stuff. He's been around the block. He's from Louisiana. Right. But to know that, I feel like this game is going to be played with an amount of reverence in some ways, where LSU won't run up the score. It'll be kind of run out the clock situation. I don't think he's going to try and go get a cheap one at the end either. Like, if they score, they score. But I don't think you're going to see 2-minute drill. We have to get in the end zone here. I think it'll be, hey, you're good, I'm good. Hugh Freeze in the dentist office. Like, so what was yours? Wave to me, I'll wave to you. 42-10?
42-10.
But I want to say 42. Yeah, I'll just keep it that way. I think because it's funny, you would have this conversation last year and you see the rushing yards that they've put up at quarterback. You go, hadn't seen LSU stop one yet.
Which I'm excited to see what it looks like when Lowe gets in the game. Because he is a legit, like, 23 carries, 157 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Same as the running back.
He's more than the running back. Yeah. When he gets in there, he is running the football. He's got more yards, more touchdowns on less carries than the running back. So it is featured. Fonz 32-3, Cordell 45-10, but knowing our offense 27-10, Sabrion 60-3, Brian Burgess 56-10, Glimmer Fredette 20-10 because that's what we do. Fat Boy Slim, good morning. I'm going 56-6. Brian Burgess, but will probably be 56-0. Gage Evans 34-7. Cordell Music 77-3. How about that one, huh? It was 45-10, 27-10, and then 77-3. Shout out to Cordell going through all the feelings and emotions.
No injuries is a great.
Defense scores 4 times, LOL. Maybe. I like Gage's score, 34-7.
That sounds bad.
I wonder what the line is. There a line on it? An over/under?
I've seen 37.5 or 38.5, I believe, on a whiteboard somewhere.
Wow. 38.5. I mean, I get why. That's crazy for it to be
that low.
That low. Let me see here. Pull up. I don't even see it. Let me pull.
It's not on.
Yeah, I don't see it on anything. Let's see.
39.5 as of 60 minutes ago. This is on the Action Network, which is legitimate. I would download the app. It has great gambling insight.
Action Network.
It's all about gambling. It's all about action.
38.5 is low. But I get it. I understand. Like, what they're betting on is LSU. I mean, if it's 38.5, they're betting like, what, 35-3 or 38-0?
The over-under is 51.5.
For LSU?
Yeah, so that's crazy.
So 51.5, what did, I mean, mine is over. Yours is, I mean, of course, 51.5. Your score's 42-10. You are a degenerate.
What?
It's unbelievable. I know you looked at it.
I didn't.
It's ingrained in your brain.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's unbelievable.
Thank you.
That the line is 51.5 and you said 42-10. God. West Shin, we play to the level of our competition under Kelly. Watch it be like 35, 38 to 10, 14. We always do. I don't think the defense is going to play to the level of anybody.
If they cover, is that enough? Would people be happy? Like if it's...
What was it, 38.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, if they cover, I mean, people should be happy. I mean, what was that, 41
Well, what if it's
3?
35-0? I think people want to see a big number.
Yeah, people want to see 70 points.
They're not
going
gonna
to see LSU versus Southern or LSU versus Grambling or where you go out there and you score 1 million points. But I just think...
I just don't know if they're there yet.
I don't think they're there yet, and I think even when you put the second stringers in, something because I mean when you went from Burrow to Brennan, there was a significant drop off in 2019, and obviously, but like I remember being pissed against Oklahoma when Burrow came out and you only scored 1 more touchdown. I was like, this defense has been Swiss cheese all day.
What happened?
And I was so out on Miles Brennan going into that year because I was like, he could never score.
And then he goes up. He
goes up, and it was all. I mean, they started dicing him
What could
up.
have been?
Could have been.
But the funniest outcome of this, if Nuss goes in, doesn't play great, but he gives LSU enough to take him out, and Van Buren goes in and just dices people up, and then that's the old Tiger Stadium going.
It's a problem for the fan base, man.
It
and
is.
I'm not excited. I'm not excited
I love when it
for what the
happens.
conversations
I
are going
love
to be,
it.
what that website is going to look like.
I love it.
When that happens, where it's been like it's gonna, because this is the way it works. The level of opponent will be used against the starter. So it'd be like, well, of course Nussmeier went out there and led 4 touchdown drives in the first quarter against Southeastern at Southeastern. Did you see what Van Buren looked like the rest of that game? It's still Southeastern, but I looked at something about it. I'm not excited for those conversations.
Or if they just if he doesn't do that, if it's like a ho-hum 17-0, 21-0 at the half, and then Van Buren comes up and leads. All he has to do is lead the first drive and to be a touchdown drive.
Well, just for it to look smooth.
Or if he scores on the first play. Like, it just has to be just to get – because we've talked about this when we go to games.
No, I know.
When we've developed this external rough – like nothing phases me, but I hear everything. And just because covering it, you feel it's not like I know more than you. It's just that I have been looking at this for more. I've been looking at it more than you.
Right.
Like
and more,
I'm confident.
More in depth.
Right. Like
I've seen practices.
Right. And I'm confident. But
right.
Then you have the common man who comes in, doesn't listen to the shows, doesn't watch the games,
just
comes
watching
in,
football.
Just comes in for the football game to actually just wants to be upset. And, like, you go in there with a terrible mindset of, I don't know why I'm coming to this football game, but I want to be angry type deal. I want it to go wrong.
Right.
And then that's just the people that talk the most, or the most vocal are usually the most, I guess, incorrect. And those are the fans. What are we doing? It's like it's 2nd and 6.
I mean, I'm sitting at the Louisiana Tech game in the first quarter. Nussmeier throws a ball, not even the interception. Like,
I think we were all in agreement on that. Whoa.
Right. Later in the game,
Hard
he
to
throws
defend that.
one, and it's just a little low. And first off, it's Aaron Anderson running over the middle. There's a corner on his back and a safety coming down. If you throw that high, it's a pick. Like, he had to throw it low. And this lady sitting in front of me, well, Nuss, maybe throw it good. And I was like, what? I went like, oh, it's because they had been chirping and so like, but when that one that's just sheer like
Complaining to complain.
Like, throw it good, maybe throw it better. What do you think he's trying to do?
That
he's trying to throw it good every time, but he's a human, and so it's just like sometimes when those things come out, I'm like.
My favorite is when they get on the offense for the play calling, doing the same thing, same shit I saw last week, same thing. Like, I hate that run play or whatever. It's like Caden Durham's no good, and then he'll pop one for 65. It's like,
God, I love 29.
It's like that's what he should be doing.
No, I mean it's
he wouldn't have score every play.
It's Nussmeier going out against Oklahoma, Swan coming in.
That was my Swan
everybody's
song.
like, let's see.
Finally
what it
get
looks
to
like.
see
what this guy looks. Throws a po' boy into the stands, and then everyone's like,
oh, never mind.
And so I'm looking around, I'm like, there's your guy. Nuss is out. What's up now? And I'm never like, and it's not out of a spite for AJ Swan.
No, it's just.
But it was like I tried to tell y'all that 13 is the guy, whether he's got a broken collarbone or not. And so
it's just good to see whatever.
Matthew Conkle, I love the people that scream, hit him, as the running back is breaking a big run. Like, you don't think they're trying to. Like,
tackle him.
It's just, and then, like, the TikTok sound from Blindside where it's like, enough with the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball.
Yeah.
And so then there's all these high school kids that just keep repeating that during the game. And I'm like, wanting to, it's just, oh my gosh. I love when it's just the simple things like, tackle him. Like, what do you think they're trying to do? Think they're just trying to run it out there for fun?
I just don't. I don't know. I'm tired.
Well, run faster, Caden. Why didn't you get in the end zone?
I don't think Sloan knows how to call a game.
You call it. That's my thing. I want to say every time. It's like, okay, you go throw the football.
It's just so funny.
You go run it.
I love when like the AJ Swan is the perfect example of you clearly don't know what you're looking at if you think this is the guy that you wanted. Now you get your opportunity. Here you go. This is what you've been clamoring for. I've heard you for 6 weeks now say put Swan in the game. Here's your chance. And he does that. He goes, well, is Nuss coming back? I mean,
and it's no disrespect to AJ Swan.
No, it's just not as good or he'd start.
Right. And so I glimmer for that. Just be thankful for being intelligent and pray for their confused souls.
I just wish they wouldn't go to the game.
Well, and then there was this one guy, the Ole Miss game last year. I mean, in that game, I remember Kyron Lacey, I thought, tore his ACL earlier in that game.
Oh, yeah.
With a bad-looking injury. And this guy's first reaction was, oh, here we go, faking an injury. And I'm like, dude, what are you kidding me?
You're happy about it.
And then, like, and never cheered once. Was gone before, missed the overtime of that game because he left. He left before overtime when, the walk-off touchdown and everyone rushed the field.
I hate the traffic.
He left before that. Just was complaining about it. Like, I'm just like, why are you here? And why are you wearing LSU stuff? Because you're not an LSU fan.
That's just it's such a weird dichotomy of all of the LSU fan base where it's maybe I love it. It's the
love it so much I hate it.
Yeah, of mice and men.
Yeah.
It's he wanted to pet that rat in his pocket so much that he accidentally had killed it because he loved it too much.
Right. And on top of that, we are, like when BK said you're spoiled, we are spoiled. Like, we've seen
2019 is like the best worst thing to happen.
It is. It's quite the catch-22 because
It'll never look like that again.
Never.
why
Ever.
it's
Anywhere. No school. No place. Not LSU. Not Alabama. Not Georgia. Not Texas. Not Florida State. Not Clemson.
Not Miami.
Not USC. Not Miami. Not Ohio State. It will never look like that anywhere else. And it's so funny for the fans that weren't really real fans until then.
That's what it is, too.
That are obsessed with that. Like, you didn't sit through Anthony Jennings with me. You didn't watch that.
You don't get to have.
You don't understand. You don't get your opinion.
You don't get to go to Valhalla.
No. You didn't watch Anthony Jennings throw a po' boy over Malachi Dupree's head instead of running for a first down against Alabama. You didn't watch that.
You didn't get to live Trey Quinn dropping the ball on third down against Alabama.
No, you didn't see LSU not cross the 50 in 2011. You didn't live through all that. You didn't watch the game clock blunders of the Les Miles era. I don't want to hear it.
You don't get to talk about it.
Ryan, I'm a Tiger fan regardless, but call out where we look bad. Don't accept it like y'all are doing. No, of course we call out when they look bad.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
We call it out. I mean, that's what we do. The offense is bad.
But I'm not going to sit up there and boo.
But I'm still.
I can get frustrated. I can get like, fuck.
No, Lloyd took a picture of me in Clemson when LSU burns their second time out with 7 minutes to go in the first, where I'm pissed off.
I have screamed, "What the fuck are we doing?" a lot.
Yes,
and that's as mad as I can get. I'm not gonna personally attack a player or whatever. But I will get mad at like things like that where it's just utter incompetence. Yeah, I get frustrated just like the next person.
Of course.
Because you haven't
but
earned my...
I'm not yelling quarterback, throw it better, running back, run faster, linebacker, tackle him.
And if LSU gives up a big play on a good play design, like you were with me when you saw it against Clemson, if there's a good play to be had and they make it, it's like It's hard to be mad at that. Like, that's good scheme. It's going to happen.
Yes.
That's what people have to realize. Even against Southeastern, against Florida, like the Lagway touchdown. Like, that's just such a good
hell of a throw.
That's all you can do. You can't get mad at the coverage. You can't get mad at the call. You can just, sometimes you get beat. And now, was I happy when Tank was standing over the flag? Absolutely.
Yeah,
it was a busted play. Then it was Harold Perkins thought he was in cover 2. He was in man. He didn't drift. And then it's Lagway making a play. He threw it. He was supposed to throw it earlier. Gets out the pocket. And he sees somebody standing naked. And was I dejected, sad? Yes.
Right.
Like, 10-0? Like, it's going to be like this? And then Tank, there's one man still out there.
Yes.
And there's a hanky by his foot. And it's like, this way. Bring it this way. Bring it on back on a 3rd and 3, like 3rd and 13.
That LSU offensively has been bad. Bad. It's real. What did Brian Burgess said? I mean, those years with Anthony Jennings were nothing compared to the Hudson Hallman times. Well, I mean,
that's why you have the amount of perspective you do, Brian.
Yes, and I appreciate it. I do. I love it, Brian. I do appreciate it immensely. The college football slate this weekend should be fun.
Anthony Jennings was, and what year am I in?
That was 2014.
2014. He was 111 of 227, completed 48% of his passes for 1,600 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions.
11-7 is the ratio?
Threw for 1,600 yards. People run for more than that.
Jaden ran for almost that much in 23.
120 yards per game. Yeah, so I have Brian, that's about as bad as it can be.
Man, that is rough. The slate this weekend, like we've said, Texas Tech, Utah, 11 a.m. on Fox. The line is looking like. And then at 2:30 on ABC, all eyes should be on Auburn, Oklahoma, as the Sooners and the Tigers take one another on in an SEC matchup. ESPN Bet has the spread at 7.5 Oklahoma's way. So Oklahoma's favored by a touchdown and some change. Texas Tech and Utah, the over-under is 56.5 on ESPN Bet, with Utah favored by 3.5 points. That Auburn-Oklahoma game, man, it's going to be interesting to watch.
Before we get there, Hunter Hall did have an inquiry. And sorry if the stream is bouncing up and down. Just hit a refresh, boys. I don't know what is happening. Usually the stream is very strong in the morning, but we were bouncing to and fro. I have made some changes on my end. Hopefully just hit the refresh, F5. But Hunter Hall did have an inquiry. What is going on? All right, hold on. Bear with me.
I'm bearing.
And here we go, starting up a new stream. Should be good. Let's see.
Good.
Refresh.
Rocking and rolling.
Refresh.
Everyone refresh. Hunter Hall, we need an update on the Nuss Heisman tickets. Have those been rolled, flush, or torn? Sure, no one is holding right. The sad part about my Nussmeier Heisman ticket was I also tied it with an NFL MVP selection.
NFL MVP?
Yes.
His first, or just ever?
I picked an NFL MVP, and I picked a Heisman winner. I picked Gary
Joe
Nussmeier
Burrow
as the Heisman and Joe Burrow as the MVP. And now that ticket is rendered useless as Burrow is gone, done, not playing football this season. So that's what happened to my Heisman ticket. But if I had one that was just Nussmeier Heisman solely,
as I do,
as Lloyd does, I would hold on to it.
Of course.
Never bail on it.
No. There's no cash out option, but I wouldn't cash out even if the number was
holding
high.
out hope, man.
I think and because aside from Mateer, which could go either way at this point, like he's played great, absolutely, but the quote unquote front runners, the Arch Mannings of the world, the DJ Lagways of the world, Lenore Sellers of the world, Cade Klubniks of the world, those are all. I would put Nuss above them at this point. It hasn't been sexual, but I'm not done holding hands.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that have jumped ahead of Nuss. I think Nuss is still in that top 10 realm of.
It's probably who's.
I would say Mateer has jumped him. I would say Haynes King has jumped.
Not Haynes King. Is that what? That's what I was thinking. Miami.
Oh, Carson Beck has made his way up the board.
CJ Daniels looks awesome.
He does look great.
I don't blame him. That was not utilized at all.
Jeremiah Smith is probably up there as well.
It just takes one big game from him.
Right. Trying to think who else has made a leap up. Haynes King is my sleeper, man. If Georgia Tech keeps making this run, and he keeps just being a gamer.
He's a gamer.
But that's part of why I'm excited about Oklahoma-Auburn, because obviously there's the Jackson-Arnold deal, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I want to see what Mateer looks like against a true SEC opponent in Auburn. Auburn's number 22 in the country. Oklahoma number 11. It's a ranked SEC matchup. Obviously, Tulane, Ole Miss also at 2:30. What was that?
Castellanos.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw Andrew Hatch play quarterback, too. I was on my way to – not on my way. We were getting ready for, I think, my sophomore year homecoming in high school when Andrew Hatch got absolutely, ambulanced.
I thought he passed.
It was – he had to – whenever he came to, it was like, this is not the same sport I was playing at Harvard.
Yeah, no, I thought he passed.
And then Jarrett Lee, whoa.
I think captain for tomorrow night.
He is.
Jarrett Lee is. Legend met Jarrett Lee when I was the crisp age of, I think, 10 years old, I believe. Right around the time, right after he had wrapped up his career at LSU. My uncle had a golf tournament. Jarrett Lee showed up.
See, Jarrett Lee does not get it. Nice. Jarrett Lee does not get enough credit.
Nope.
And I know that.
Talented quarterback. A talented quarterback.
Oh, yes. He had some bugaboos.
Yep.
But the amount of hate that he's got and the fact that he still wants to come and be a team captain for an LSU football game, whatever, he was cast aside, maligned, not talked about in the highest regard, even though he was talking about throw it better.
Right.
And he was trying his best. I was put in as a freshman against an Auburn defense that I had no intention of really playing against. True freshman, go in there and win us a football game. Okay, yeah. I did.
Tough. But yeah, 2:30 p.m. you have the Auburn, Oklahoma, and then also on ESPN you have Ole Miss, Tulane in Oxford. Like I said, Ole Miss with the backup quarterback for the second week in a row ahead of their matchup against LSU. Tulane playing some really good football up to this point, but ESPN bet has Ole Miss favored by 13.5. 2 touchdown favorites with the over-under at 61.5. Pretty high. Then you've got Michigan and Nebraska also at 2:30 p.m. Michigan at 2-1. Nebraska sitting at 3-0. You have South Carolina, Mizzou at 6 p.m. Like I said, Lenore Sellers is a go for that football game. So we'll see if Mizzou can stay hot, stay undefeated, or if South Carolina can get back into the top 25. At 6:30, you have Florida at Miami. Lloyd's pick of the week. Florida upsetting the Hurricanes. Miami favored by 9.5 points on ESPN Bet.
Well, I think it's 7.5. And ESPN Bet is not great at this.
No, not. At 6:30 p.m., you also have Illinois, Alabama with Illinois, Indiana. How did I see Alabama? With Indiana favored in that game. And you've got Michigan State, USC as well. But Illinois, Indiana, Florida, Miami, South Carolina, Mizzou, Michigan, Nebraska, Tulane, Ole Miss, Auburn, Oklahoma, Texas Tech, Utah. Those are the games to be on the lookout for this weekend. Excited to watch some football. Auburn, Oklahoma, I want to get back on that one. Lloyd, who do you have winning that football game between the Auburn Tigers, the Auburn War Eagles, and the Oklahoma Sooners? John Mateer, Jackson Arnold, Hugh Freeze, Brent Venables.
I don't think Venables is the exciting part of that Oklahoma coaching staff. It's that offensive coordinator. And him with Mateer getting to run it back, I mean, it's enticing. That's why the under is low. It's either 48.5 or 42.5. It's one of those. 48.5. And I could just see that's like 20.
Our friends at FanDuel have it at 46.5.
I mean, you're talking about
smash.
Yeah, I mean, you think that game's going to end 24-21?
Nope.
So my pick on that is the over.
Yeah.
But it also is such an odd spot because I feel like it could easily be 50.5, 52.5. Like with those two offenses, those two creative minds, both on Oklahoma side now with their offensive coordinator and Hugh Freeze, who has been. Last year, they weren't as bad as people thought. I didn't understand the fire Hugh Freeze. Like, they could move the football. They couldn't get in the end zone. Now he's got a quarterback that could get him into the end zone. And they're still bullish on Jackson Arnold can't throw the football. Hugh Freeze and Gus Malzahn are both two coordinators that have had defensive backs play quarterback and taken them to a national championship.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you can throw it. For some reason, their offense is catering to a dual threat that sometimes the running is the better part of it. They know how to cater an offense to that.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm higher on Auburn than most people, so that's why I do think that there's a chance Auburn makes a statement with a win against Oklahoma, because Oklahoma is in the running for, I think, most surprising. Therefore, they want to put them very high up in the rankings, and this is the first.
11.
Who have they played so far? They played Michigan?
They beat Michigan. They play a SEC game last week. Let's see. I'll pull it up now. I mean, obviously the Michigan game was the big one. Back when LSU played against Louisiana Tech in week 2. Let's see. Oklahoma so far this season has played Illinois State, Michigan, and Temple. They beat Michigan 24-13. So that outside of that Michigan matchup, they've played Illinois State and Temple and beat them by a grand total of 71 points combined. So not the toughest stretch for Oklahoma up to this point.
Right. But I think John Mateer just looks so impressive that it's very sexy. But I do think first real SEC test. And I think the Michigan game gives them, as they should be put up a little bit, because I think the Bryce Underwood hype is real. You saw what, and somebody made this point on some program I was watching that they didn't have their head coach for the first 2 games, and now that he's back, it feels like maybe they've unlocked a little bit of something, what they want to do with Bryce Underwood, using him more in the run game, because you saw he's been hardballed.
Yeah.
I don't even know his name. Who's the head coach at Michigan?
Sharon Moore, where he gets the job, and it felt like they didn't really do a search because Sharon Moore stepped in as a Michigan man and cried
for Harbaugh and cried for Harbaugh, and they're like, well, this is the guy. And I don't think he has nearly enough skins on the wall for what Harbaugh made that job to be. But also, they didn't want to hire a coach that was going to have to operate under the sanctions that they're going to be hit with and have been hit with. So I don't think he's a very good coach. But Bryce Underwood performed, and the hype around him. Oklahoma goes in and wins the football game when I think people wanted it to be a Michigan continue to be
coming out.
Hey, they're on top of they're one of the blue bloods of college football again. They're still back. They have the number one quarterback in the country. All those things. And Oklahoma was like, nope, not this year. And so you deserve respect for that.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
think against an SEC team, you'll find out a lot more.
Yeah, and if you like I said, Oklahoma the point spread -6.5 their way. And the over-under at 46.5. Money line for Auburn is +210. So if you take Auburn in the points, so if you take Auburn +6.5 and you go over on FanDuel, it gets you at +269, 10 to win, about $27.
There you go.
So, but you could also, and this is another little wrinkle we throw in there, you could also parlay it with Oklahoma money line. So Auburn catching points. Over 46.5.
Oh, this is a Jimmy Yacht special. You're going for the window.
Plus 910, so 10 to win $91.
That would be not advised.
No, at
but
all.
Yeah, you talk about a degenerate.
If you want to really lock in for that football game.
Mm-hmm. If you want people to be as confused watching you watch a football game, and then you have to explain your behavior, and they're like,
"What?
Walk away from him, son.
Yeah.
Don't be like that." Yeah,
Gauge.
And then if you do explain it to the right person, they'll be like, "You're a genius."
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, they start looking at the next game. It's like, how can I do this? Like, hold on, make sure that makes sense. Am I doing it the right way? Like, yep, there it is.
What could for the next game for Tulane Ole Miss? You could take Ole Miss to win, Tulane to cover over 61.5. It's only +472. So nothing too crazy there. But yeah, interesting point in the chat. Matthew Conkle. The top transfer portal quarterback these last couple of years has played out really well. Mateer, Cam, Jaden a few years ago. Is that the route y'all see LSU going with how much we miss on high school recruits? And then it was Jason recruits. Said, seems like the ones who start early at lower tier schools do well, Pavia, Jaden, etc. Lloyd? Your thoughts on the transfer portal quarterback? Look, I think LSU takes a quarterback out of the portal regardless.
Yeah,
this cycle. Now it depends on what level of quarterback. Maybe you agree. Like, do you take? Is it a dynamic of if you go out and you pay for the guy because you think you have the pieces? If he comes in, you win. It obviously depends who's available out there. Or you just go out and you get a piece to compete with Hurley and Van Buren.
Yeah, they'll bring in a piece regardless. But what I think the biggest what-if scenario, and this is what happened at Oklahoma, if Joe Sloan is shown the exit, which nobody wants because it means that LSU probably nothing really went that great offensively,
right.
And you are forced to make a decision. And that is the one caveat I would see where you go try and find an offensive coordinator that probably whatever it is. I don't know if they'll go the younger route again or if they go and Brian Kelly does what he does and finds, an old coach that he knows that worked out very well the first time. I don't know if that's what they're going to do, but if you do go that route where it's I'll look at this coordinator, look at his quarterback, they can both come over, I think that's where you have a plug-and-play starter.
Yeah.
But I don't want to live in that world.
No, me neither. And I think it's an interesting situation because it is true. The transfer portal route
sorry. I just don't think Van Buren was brought in with the guarantee you're going to start next year.
No, I don't think so at all. I think what Van Buren was brought in for really was if Nussmeier goes down, you have these pieces. You at least want a serviceable quarterback that can go out there and win you games. And I think Van Buren can do that. Mm-hmm. He can hold the rope enough to win games. And can develop because – this is the other thing is you haven't brought in quarterbacks in the high school. So if that's what you're saying, missed in high school recruiting just from the fact that they haven't signed high school quarterbacks, I'm with that because they haven't. So you needed a Van Buren out of the portal to keep some youth in that room with a Hurley and a Van Buren for the future. Brian Burgess asked if they go get a quarterback out of the portal, what does that mean for Hurley? Obviously, these are things that just will obviously get into that conversation as the offseason arrives.
It's a war of attrition. Hurley's not going to stay another year.
Unless there's the position is he has an opportunity to go be the starter.
And he can't hit that second. Oh, but he could still he could hit the window.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
I would like to. I mean, what I saw from Colin Hurley in high school was pretty special. That he's so young,
right?
And he's going to be this will be his.
This is his second season,
right? So that would be going into his third year, essentially 3 years of development under the same. You would assume same head coach, same coordinator. Like that has to count for something.
I mean, the only thing is how much development he missed this year.
Yeah, that doesn't count. You're right. So it's back to your. So he lost his leap year.
He lost a spring.
Yeah.
So then that means that you handicapped a little bit for fall camp, where you don't you're trying to learn on the fly a little bit. So I think it's going to be an interesting situation when we get there, of kind of what the quarterback spot will look at, because I think you do have potential to have a lot of really good pieces in 26 to be confident around the quarterback position. We shall see. We shall see when we get there what it's going to look like. Another game I want to ask your opinion on, Lloyd. Tulane, Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by, I think it was 12.5 on FanDuel over the Tulane Green Wave. What are your thoughts on that matchup in Oxford? Obviously, a lot of eyes on that solely, like I said, because LSU and Ole Miss play next weekend, but also just if you're an LSU fan, a football fan or a Louisiana sports fan, it's a good game to have your eyes on. Tulane, Ole Miss in Oxford. Your feelings on that matchup, Mr. Courtney?
I am interested in who plays quarterback for Ole Miss.
It's Trinidad.
Oh, he announced it?
Yep.
I like that
Now,
call.
I think it's not like it was a battle and he won. There's still injuries with Simmons, is what they're saying. From what I saw in a report last night, I'll double check it.
That is interesting to say the least, as there's a little wrinkle into what LSU is preparing for. It felt like they had their guy in Simmons, and I didn't even know this guy existed. And he comes up, puts up crazy numbers that looked again like a Lane Kiffin offense where they were motoring.
Yeah, on 3 Sports, Trinidad Chambliss is expected to make his second straight start for Ole Miss on Saturday against Tulane. Austin Simmons, who opened the season as a starter, works through an injured ankle. Continue.
Yeah, I didn't know who Trinidad was. And then you see him come in and absolutely, and it could be this happens. You get thrown into the fire and I blacked out. I have no idea what happened. I just came in and started balling. I didn't even have time to think.
Right.
Or it's like they knew what they had, and they felt very confident putting him in, and they feel very confident rolling him in again, that still is curious to me that the way this Nussmeier thing is played out when you brought in Van Buren for all of the reasons that you listed and didn't use him. But Ole Miss, it feels like they found something. And all that said, great coaching matchup.
Yes. No, I'm excited, and I think it is an exciting matchup between John Summerall, Lane Kiffin, two really good younger coaches. Summerall's obviously younger, but two really good, talented coaches that might be in conversations for other jobs this offseason. Obviously, Lane's in a good spot at Ole Miss, but you never know when those jobs come open. I think the quarterback situation in Ole Miss is one to definitely keep an eye on this weekend. Summerall's a good defensive coach. Tulane has a good defense. See how they match up against a guy that came in and played against an Arkansas defense that is not very good and played extremely well in a Lane Kiffin offense. This is the guy that was brought in, and it wasn't the guy. Austin Simmons was the guy. I think Simmons has 4 touchdowns, 4 picks. We'll see what it looks like on Saturday. I think this is going to be a real telltale sign of what the quarterback move will be against LSU. Is if Trinidad goes out there and balls out against a good Tulane defense, who I would say is probably a better defense than what they faced at Arkansas, because Arkansas's defense is not good.
Arkansas fell for the trap.
Yes.
Lane Kiffin loves, you want to track me?
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah, I'd love to. I'm the fastest man here.
Lane Kiffin, Bobby Petrino. Who's faster?
Yeah, that's a pissing contest we should have seen a mile away.
A mile away. Take the over. Smash
the over. Damn.
Um,
real quick, consider breaking, not breaking. We have a lawn bomb.
Expect LSU to utilize Jack Pyburn more on offense, fullback, and other roles. What would the other roles be? You're not lining them up at tight end.
Quarterback.
Tomorrow's LSU. Okay, Lon. We'll see. Look, I think that Power I is still very much in the realm of possibilities. And I think, if you need a fullback, I trust Bauer, Sharp, or Jack Pyburn to line up at fullback and run through somebody's face.
Did you see what they said about each other, or what Bauer Sharp said about Pyburn?
Well, they're the same person, just
it's like there's
different sides of the ball.
Yeah, we both got to screw loose, and I think he's okay with me saying that.
You think Pyburn's not? He knows.
He'd be mad if you didn't say that.
He'd be pissed if you said he was normal.
Right.
Look, I think it's definitely something that is still a possibility. We'll see if they continue to use it. But they don't. You don't have a fullback, so I think Bauer Sharp and Jack Pyburn are the two favorites to take that spot because they both lined up at fullback and H-back against Florida. So we'll see if they get back into that power I and make it a thing. I don't know how much I formation they'll do, but I do think like some single back under center stuff is on the horizon for LSU towards a more pro-style type offense. We shall see. But that is an interesting tidbit to see out on the social media verse ahead of LSU Southeastern Saturday night in Death Valley. What's that over there?
Conkle, and this is also true. You ain't fooling anybody anymore when you bring Pyburn on the field on offense. No. Yeah, I think it's like J.C. Copeland. Like, probably gonna run it.
But that's the thing is,
he did catch one.
Are you good enough?
Yeah.
To go, like, if they know you're running it, that puts you in a position.
Well, LSU has been lining it up in 3rd and 1, like they're running it up the middle. You might as well put another body in there because a
big, crazy, angry body.
When you look at the film, like we looked at these breakdowns. They're missing one more.
Yes.
You don't have enough bodies to block bodies or to clean up a mistake, and so a lead runner, a lead blocker would kind of help those
psychopathic lead blocker.
Yeah,
crazy man. I would love it.
Do what you do on defense.
It's like Torrey Carter.
Exactly.
It's a crazy man blocking for you.
And I think, Pyburn will quickly, if this comes to fruition, Pyburn will quickly become one of the fan favorites if he's not already.
But my question is, how much do they truly do that because he plays a lot on defense? Like, how much are you putting 44 out there on offense to block when he's your starting edge rusher? Now, you're deep at edge rusher, but he's been important. Like, he's served a purpose. He's not just
out there running around.
No, he's great against the run. He's done his job. Like, you're deep, but you still want Pyburn to be.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be out there for all 30 carries. No. I think it'll be spot. Like, you'll see him 8 to 10 times on offense. I'm sure he can handle that. And if those 8 to 10 times he needs to be spelled on defense, 4 to 5 of them, I'm sure more than happy to throw Gabriel Relaford out there.
Matthew Conk said realistically maybe 6 to 10 offensive snaps per game, 10 being a lot. 10 is a lot. Yeah, I think spot play. I think 3rd and shorts, maybe goal line package, especially with Trey Dez being out, so wanting to keep one of a tight end flexed out.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense.
It does. So it's time to connect athletically here as we hit 8:50 a.m. this morning. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
It's hot as shit in here.
LSU and Southeastern face off tomorrow night in Tiger Stadium. Is it that important when we got 10 minutes left? You're sweating?
I don't think we need to close all of the doors.
Maybe. Keep some airflow going. It did get a little stale.
A little? You're not back here behind master control.
I'm not. You're hot over there?
Well,
I'm in an oven.
I hate being hot.
It's a blessing and a curse.
What?
Being hot.
There we go.
What happened?
I just kicked on.
Oh, it kicked on, yeah.
What? Are you making a sex joke? My attractiveness?
Yeah.
Sure. No, I despise that. And this is only an inside thing. I don't mind.
The heat outside?
Not at all. Never complain.
Yeah, there should be a contrast. I should come inside to it being.
Yes. But that's
cool.
Just my one thing. And apparently I like it too cold, Jonathan tells me.
Matthew Conkle, Christian at home ec class today. No, Christian is
poli-sci.
In South Bend, Indiana.
Oh, yeah, it's great.
Went to Notre Dame this weekend.
Converted. They could keep him.
No, it'd be fine. I told him he better make content tonight where he's got LSU gear on with a camera and letting these Notre Dame fans scream at him.
He should have gotten Brian Kelly's son's jersey.
Nice.
I don't think they like him very much, but they should. Because look at him now.
Look at him now. Check him out now.
This has got. Is this a
So I think
Michael Jordan thing?
I mean, Michael Jordan would only be. Yeah.
But I just didn't know if
the Barons, baseball.
Baseball. Nice. Medical tent.
Medical tent.
Things on the sideline.
Coaches.
Chains. Hell yeah. Whip me, daddy. Move them chains. Move them chains. First down.
Ohio Beaver.
And there we go. Now we're talking. Beaver chains. Heat.
No. Stop.
Oh.
Spartan Camp Randall. Jazz, Magic, Heat, Thunder. It's at the end. There you go. Boom. Easy enough. Let's go 9 for 9.
Hear that? That air.
I do hear it. I showed Dad the celebrity mashup yesterday, my father, and I to see if that's where I got it from, and he nailed it. 10 seconds. He said, "Oh, Drew Barrymore and Jack Bauer." I was like,
Jack Bauer.
"You know, he has a real name."
Yeah, but he doesn't.
He doesn't.
24. I'm sure your dad has seen it.
Oh, my parents love 24.
That was primo viewing experience. Like, that's on the TV no matter what.
No matter
It was appointment television. That damn daughter kept getting away.
Shout out to Glimmer. I got an MJ shirt and a White Sox hat on today. You need to trade that MJ shirt in for LeBron shirt, but I'll accept
And
it.
that White Sox hat for a Cubs hat.
There you go.
Somebody match up. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
that's
Is that Jake Gyllenhaal? I don't know who the face is.
well, because it's mashed.
Who's that woman?
No. Because their lip, I can't tell when they stop and start.
I can't tell what's his face and what's her face.
Right.
That's his eyebrows. But it's her lips, her eyes, her
Yeah,
nose.
but it starts at like the top lip. This is a good one.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal in the rear. Like, I don't know why I keep saying
He did that once.
I know.
Anything.
Yeehaw! What's that mountain called?
Brokeback. Come here, boy.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal
In the rear.
Is the male.
I thought their sex would be a little bit rougher.
Did that what? Kate Winslet? Is that her? It's not Jessica Chastain. It's Kate Winslet. Okay, Gyllenhaal and Kate Winslet. Gyllenhaal in the rear.
Anything for an Oscar. I'll read script. Script read me. Kate Winslet. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah, I trust it.
Nice.
That is. Good job. Good job, chat.
Strong safety made 4 ball. Oh, this
Matthew Cock almost spit my coffee out, Lloyd. That was great. Yeah, it's Cam Chancellor. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Great movie.
Parts of
Primo viewing experience. Kevin Herter. This is the Kings. The Sacramento Kings.
Heard her. Hardly know her.
MLB. After going to 4 straight World Series, the Yankees lost to this AL West franchise in the 2002 American League Division Series.
They lost to. That was in 2003, right?
What?
Not-
Sox?
Oh, would it be? It's either the Angels or. But that was in the World Series. They lost to the Diamondbacks, right? That was in 2001.
Because I was thinking Diamondbacks too, but I think the Diamondbacks are NL.
And they also did they lose the Subway? Yeah, they lost. No, they won the Subway Series against the
Against
Mets.
the
But
Mets.
this is not them. This is the ALDS Division Series. It's the Angels. This is the invention of the rally monkey and the boomstick.
Okay.
The
Angels.
thunder sticks, because
Yeah.
somebody hit a player with one, and they're like, you can't have these in the stands anymore.
Nice.
I remember that series well. Rally monkey was all time.
Matthew Conway, great is a loose term to describe that movie. Not the only thing that's loose.
There you go.
Before Donald Trump and Joe Biden, who was the oldest man? Martin Van Buren. It's not.
Not oldest name. What if it had been the first American-born president?
We would have nailed it. Michael Van Buren, LSU quarterback.
Sleepy Joe. You can't beat me in golf.
Who was the oldest president before these guys? I mean, we can start rattling off thoughts.
Somebody will
Richard
know.
Nixon.
Oh, I'm not a crook. Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
Is that Johnny L?
Yeah, it's Reagan. Johnny L. and Brian. Our guys.
Another actor.
Yep.
He got shot too. And then a balloon popped, and he goes, "Missed me."
Hey, I'm not that young. Founded in California, but serving Nashville-style hot chicken, Drake is a major investor in this fast casual chain.
Dave and Buster's.
Is it Dave's Hot Chicken?
Al Gore, nice.
Nice.
John Kennedy. George Bush.
HW?
HW. It's like he invented the baseball.
My invention!
Everybody, behold.
Yes, Dave's Hot Chicken. I knew it was Dave's Hot Chicken. They just built one.
David Buster's.
In Burbank. Television. Real estate expert Drew Scott and licensed contractor John Scott.
Hunter Hall. This is you, buddy.
I know this one, actually. It's the twin brothers. Or maybe not twins, but it's the brothers, and it's called
they remodel houses.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is a bit above my budget. This is a bit below your budget. And they're like, ugh. It's one of the
Flipping Brothers?
Oh. Two?
No, that's not what it's called.
Fake real estate?
Oh.
That's not gonna get this deal done.
No. Property Brothers. That's
Property
what it
Brothers.
is. So close.
Hunter Hall, I gave you ample time.
Ample time, Hunter.
A video game series was first adapted in this 2002 action horror film starring Mila Jovovich.
Michelle Rodriguez and James Purefoy.
Ashley Purefoy, shout out. Dislocated his kneecap the first day of pads. It was disgusting.
Gage Evans, he guessed Blue Mountain State for the last one. Incorrect. Good show, though.
I would like for Blue Mountain State to be a video game series. Is this Silent Hill?
I don't know.
Resident
Evil.
Yeah. Too scary for me.
I was always a sports video game guy.
Yeah.
It's just what
I don't want a flashlight. If I have to use a flashlight in a video game, I'm usually scared.
Is this Halle Bailey?
Easily.
You.
Yeah. Not there.
Halle Bailey obviously caused a lot of discourse.
9 for 9. Let's go. 10 for 10.
Stop making eye contact.
Like, you want to look me in the eyes while we clap?
Brokeback Mountain. Appreciate you guys.
Brian,
Whoa, Brian Burgess. I didn't not Google.
Oh.
Whoa, Brian.
I don't know this one. See?
Brian. Interesting. See, I don't know what to think about that chat. That text in the chat, Brian. But it's a great time. It's a great weekend. Have a great weekend. LSU Southeastern tomorrow night in Death Valley. I'll be there. If you see me, come say hello.
Go!
Tigers.
That's right.
Sunday, Pizza Byron's. Be there. Tune in.
Square Pizza.
Next weekend, I expect golf suites to be packed. Know about it right now.
Come watch with us.
Right now.
I mean, who wouldn't want... I mean, if I weren't on the show and had to go, I would go even though I didn't have to go.
Amen.
Amen.
Appreciate you guys. We will see you, what night? Sunday night, 4 to 5. Pizza Byron's. We'll see you then, and we'll be back Monday morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Later.
Later.
It's Tingle and Co. From 7 to 9. Come geek with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. From 7 to 9. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday from 7 to 9. When you see that notification, we about to go live.